I think here they come. Right here?
We are unique. We aren't just a prison dog training program. We're so much more than that because our recidivism piece is just as important as our rescue piece. We really are a prison program that uses dogs to accomplish a lower recidivism rate.
I think what drew me most to New Leash was the commitment both to the canine aspect and to the inmate aspect. A lot of programs do train dogs in prison, but they only focus on dog training, and then the dogs get placed as service dogs or adopted, whatever their program is. But they don't really take the time to work with the inmates. We have staff in there every day working with these men. We do life skills, financial literacy. We do animal care and welfare, which touches on breeding and health and shelter and overpopulation issues. So we really give them more support while they're in prison, and then on top of that we have post-release support, which very few programs do.
It really gives them a purpose and makes their time in prison feel valued, and they're actually learning skills, and they really do care about these animals. And I think they also see a lot of themselves in these animals that have kind of been thrown away and forgotten.
When we were in our original Philadelphia prison, I would have to come give the dogs medications because they might be sick from the shelter at night. So they would open up the cells, and it would be, maybe 8 o'clock at night, so it would be dark out. And you would open a cell and you would see a 350-pound inmate with face tattoos cuddling a little sick shelter dog. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the cutest thing ever.
It's a lot easier to reach inside someone and get in tune with their compassion when you're working with a dog than a human interaction.
The way they speak to the dog, we can say, would you want to be spoken to like that in your work environment? Because for the dogs, this is a bit of a job, so you're kind of their boss, and you need to relate to them in a way that you would feel comfortable being related to, and you need to manage their emotions and not just think about yourself. So there's a lot of empathy, there's a lot of judgment calls that go into it, which I think they can certainly apply to the real world.
Volunteers play possibly a bigger role than we do. We facilitate everything, but if it wasn't for volunteers, we wouldn't be able to function on a daily basis. We do what's called the dog selection, where we'll have all of our volunteers go at once to a shelter, and we will go through all the dogs, and we have to find 6 dogs that will work for our program.
Well, I like the idea that it's dogs that were at risk for euthanasia because they were overlooked because of their behavior issues at the shelter.
We always pull those ones that are more challenging to train, more challenging to get adopted, because if you don't, what's the point?
In the beginning, it was the concept of being able to go to the shelter and say, oh, this dog doesn't have a really good chance, let's see if we can maximize that success. And now when we go to the shelter, we can put on cages pulled for rescue, New Leash on Life USA. And that's as good as it gets.
Being able to do this work every day reminds me that prison and addiction, it doesn't go away, and it doesn't discriminate, and that anybody's susceptible. I don't want to be a part of that statistic anymore. I want to be who I am today, and who I am today is not part of the problem. I'm not complaining about the problem, but I'm finding the solutions.
I wish that people would really realize that, especially for returning citizens, that there's no opportunity, and they're going to come back to the neighborhood that they left, and how do you want them to return? With opportunity, with skills, and it's just a fact that they are going to be released, and I don't think that emphasis is put on the importance of these returning programs that it should be. We are not just saving dogs, we're saving the lives of returning citizens and giving them opportunity.